Hey guys, it's Coaster Nerd Weekly, and in today's video, I'll be reviewing Tumbili at King's Dominion. Tumbili opened in 2022 and is King's Dominion's newest coaster. The model is an S&S Sandsafe 40 free spin, meaning the cars have the ability to flip or stall freely, giving an interesting ride experience, but it also means it's one of the most polarizing coaster models out there. Let's talk about the stats. As I said before, the coaster is an S&S 40 free spin. Tumbili has a height of 112 feet, a top speed of 34 miles per hour, and a length of 770 feet. The inversion count depends on how you count inversions, but the least amount of flips I got was 0 and the most flips I got was 5, so however you want to count. Now these stats may make the ride sound boring, but the ability to flip makes up for the stats. Now let's talk about the ride experience. Tumbili starts by moving out of the station a bit and unlocking the flipping mechanism, making you swing awkwardly as the lift hill starts up. The lift hill is vertical, and it plays some cool music and sound effects as you go up, adding some anticipation. You then get to the top, where you drop a bit, which all of the times I rode except for one just made me swing a bit, but on my first ride it flipped aggressively. You then go into a bunny hill that either aggressively flips you and gives you a pop of airtime, or just does nothing at all. You then dive under the top part of the ride, which will at least make you stall, but if you're lucky, you'll flip again. You then go into a pop up into a little dip that usually makes you swing a bit, but there is a possibility that you will also stall through. You then swoop down again, either swinging you or flipping you. You then pop back up into another downward swoop, which does the same thing but can also give a pop of airtime. You then go into the brakes, ending the ride. Now let's talk about the theming. Tumbili is in King's Dominion's new for 2022 area called Jungle X-Pedition, which is an improvement of their old Safari Village area. The theming of the area is based on the fictional Wave Foundation, where they have set up a base camp and are researching the jungle area. The two rides that were already in the area were rethemed to fit the area better, and Tumbili was added to the area when it was rethemed. The theming in the area is really good. There are lots of props and immersive areas to tell the story, as well as a show called Let's Get Wild. The theming is some of the best, if not the best, in Cedar Fair parks that I've seen. More specifically, the story for Tumbili is that in 1935, the founder of the Wave Foundation discovered the Tumbili Shrine, but then he lost it and could never get back to it. Then later in 1999, his daughter in the Wave Foundation found the shrine and made a base camp. Now after 23 years, we have been invited to see the shrine ourselves. Overall, the theming of the coaster is pretty good, but the theming for the area is great. Tumbili is a very fun and unique experience with fun swinging and flipping motions, good theming, and an overall cool ride experience. The only problem is that the ride can either be very good or not great at all. This is because you will either flip a lot or not flip at all, or something in between. When you get a lot of good flips, this ride would be a 9, but because of the fact that sometimes you don't flip at all, I'm giving Tumbili a 7 out of 10. Overall, this coaster is very fun when you get a lot of flips, but it's boring with no flips. And to answer the question in the title of the video, yes, S&S 40 free spin coasters are fun. Hopefully I can ride some of the bigger models at the Six Flags park soon. Thanks for watching my review of Tumbili. If you made it all the way to the end, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, as I plan on making more coaster reviews, and your support really helps a bunch. And I'll see you guys next time on Coaster Nerd Weekly.